Poop 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 poop. Good morning, it is I, your host, Pogo Kiddo, with yet another exciting, informative episode of Redstone Lapis Lazuli. Oh yes. Hello, welcome. Good morning. Hello, America. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What an amazing week I have been through. What a crazy week I've been through. Let me even tell you. First, let me just show off this thing here, right? I mean, I had to do something with that window. I had to do something. So I this is what I did. It's kind of basic, and I'm looking at it, and I'm not really happy with it because it's like it's just lines. I mean, it's better than nothing, right? Don't get me wrong, but I was really hoping for something nicer. But you know what? I haven't really been playing Minecraft a lot on this world this week. So I mean, it looks all right, right? I mean, it's not bad, and I can change it if I want to. Ooh, okay, hold on. But I can't fly through my building anymore. So, oh well. Anyways, so yeah. But hey, this is not really the thing I want to show off. The thing I want to show off is something else. Let me stop here because this is where I spent my time. Let me show you where I spent my time. Creative test. I spent my time over here. Oh yes. What is this? This is a recreation of what happened July 13th at Planned Parenthood on Wolverine Street in Salem, Oregon. Now, I've managed to compile a bunch of videos from social media, and I'm going to put together for you a reconstruction of what happened to me because I can only speak for myself. So let me tell you what happened for me. So the time is about 6 o'clock, maybe 5:50. And I arrive on this street. Over here is Wolverine Street, and I forgot the name of this street. And there are a lot of cars parked on the street. It's a small street. There are Proud Boys stationed all over the place when I arrive. So I arrive, and I'm walking down the street. I'm dressed. I have a white shirt on, green shorts, and I have a megaphone on my back. That's it, right? And so I'm walking down the street, and every Proud Boy over here, over there, over there are all looking at me and making comments to me, like to antagonize me. Every single one of them as I'm walking. I mean, it's not catcalls, right? Because I'm not they're not catcalling me. They're like intimidating me. So I'm walking across, and I see Proud Boys over here, Proud Boys over here, and Proud Boys over here. Like this whole street is Proud Boys. This whole street. And there's nobody on my team. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I want to go. Like, I have every right to be here. So I cross the street. And again, there's Proud Boys, Proud Boys, Proud Boys, Proud Boys. So over here's Planned Parenthood. This is the thing I'm defending against those red shirt people. Those red shirt people are the cult of the white idol. They're here because they find the weakest, poorest women in society, and then they attack them. That's how Nazi fascist organizations work. They don't attack the strong people. They attack the weakest people they can find. So if they were serious, why don't they go after hospitals? Because hospitals have rich people. So they don't go after hospitals with rich people. They go after Planned Parenthood with poor people. So I'm like, all right, Proud Boys over here, Proud Boys over there. Where am I going to stand? The only place I can go, really, is over here. And so I take my spot right here. I just barely get there, right? I haven't even taken off my megaphone yet. It's on my back. I haven't even taken off my megaphone yet. I just got there. And what happens? Let me show you what happens. I just got there. Oh, wait a minute. Let me put sound up here. I just got there.
We're gonna ask you to leave, Bubba. You can put that in my face all you want.
Wow, dude.
We're gonna ask you to leave, bro.
Okay, now you can ask.
I'm asking you to leave.
You can
now.
ask all you want, dude.
I'm asking you now.
Okay,
bro.
well,
dude.
we're asking.
I'm recording, right?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. I'm cool, dude. Whoa, whoa. Back down,
You're
dude.
about to be real cool, bro.
Yeah, be cool.
Right.
Where are we, dude? Look at, we're on.
You're about to go to sleep. We're gonna ask you to leave, Bubba. You can put that in my face all you want.
Wow, dude.
We're gonna ask you to leave, bro.
Okay, now you can ask.
I'm asking you to leave.
You can
now.
ask all you want, dude.
I'm asking you now.
Okay,
bro.
well,
dude.
we're asking.
I'm recording, right?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. I'm cool, dude. Whoa, whoa. Back down,
You're
dude.
about to be real cool, bro.
Yeah, be cool.
Right.
Where are we, dude? Look at, we're on.
You're about to go to sleep.
You're about to go to sleep. You're about to go to sleep. So let's go by this. So remember, here. Remember, this is where I am, right? I just got here. I'm at Planned Parenthood. I just got here, and all these people come up to me. I just got there. So let's go through. Let's see. Let's go through that again, real slow.
We're gonna ask you to leave.
So let's see who's here. We got one guy right there. That's one. There's the guy in the gray. That's two. And then the guy in the black. That's three. Oh, the guy back there. The guy back there with the sunglasses. He's coming forward. That's four. You see? That's four. 1, 2, 3, and that guy back there is four. There's four guys now. What happened? My frames got stuck. All right, let me try a different thing. Open with. Old school. Media Player Classic. Is it on here? No, it's not. Okay. Window capture. Add existing Media Player Classic. Okay. Oh, wait a minute here. Where'd it go, dude? I gotta put it at the bottom. Or not as There I am. Okay.
You can put that in my face all you want.
Wow, dude.
We're gonna ask you to leave.
Okay. So let's we have one. One, 2, 3, 4. The fourth guy in the back. Four guys coming up. Right away, four guys. All I did was show up. Four guys. Look at the guy back there. That guy. 5. He's coming forward. 5. 5 guys coming up. 5 guys. I just showed up. I'm one guy. 5 gang members show up. Are coming at me. 5 gang members come at me as soon as I show up. 5 against 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 against 1. All right, so this guy's pushing me. He's just trying to get me to leave. So they keep pushing me around. And now they're starting to surround me, you see? So you see what I mean? That guy in gray is behind me. All 3 guys, now I'm surrounded. There's a guy right in front of me, a guy to my right, and a guy to my flank. My right flank. So they're all around me. You see that? They're all around me. Now the chick is coming up too. That's 6. That's 6. Oh, another guy, another person. That's 7 coming up. 7. 7 people. There's this guy. This guy right here. This guy right there in the blonde. That guy is going to try to steal my megaphone later on. He's a criminal. The guy wearing the Bible verse is a criminal. How funny is that? All right, and then what? Okay. Go. Go. They're pushing me around. Their idea, they're about to jump me. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to get me to either be the instigator, or if they can't make me the instigator, they want to push me into another person and use that as an excuse to hit me. By pushing me into another person, they'll say I instigated it, and then they'll hit me. That's what their plan is. I mean, they're stupid. They're Proud Boys. They have a very, very simple mode, right? They're a bunch of violent thugs. So look at they have me surrounded at this point. You see this? And they keep pushing me. That's why my camera is not steady, because they keep pushing me. Look how close they are, shoulder to shoulder. Look at that. There's no way around, right? They have, and now that chick is there. That guy in the gray shirt is there. That person in the back, that guy in the back in the black and yellow, he came up. Now he's in here. Before he was further back in a few frames, and now he's right there. Now I turn around and look, we're at Planned Parenthood. I'm showing where we are. I'm nowhere near their church group, but they're coming up to me. I'm nowhere near them, but they're coming up to me. So now there's that guy. What's going to happen after the camera gets turned off is the guy who comes up to me pushes me into this person. This person pushes me and says, "What are you doing to me? Like, do you want to fight? You're trying to fight me, aren't you?" Right? That's the instigation they do. That's what they do. That's what Proud Boys do. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the other guy, 5. And then there's another guy, 6. All that's happening here. Cops see this, and they come up, and they stop it. Because cops are right there. Cops are right here. They're the blue helmets. They come up, and they stop it. And they say, "Do you want to arrest this guy?" And I say yes. Because look at him. I know this guy. Look at him. Antifa loves you. He takes a knife and he cuts it down. I know this guy.
Really? Yeah, really.
This guy, he's holding a knife, and he just broke people's property. He crossed the street to start a fight. Look at him.
You want some with me, bro? Go ahead. Do you?
Do you see what I mean?
Wait, let me get my mask on. Get your mask.
See what I mean? This guy is trying to get fights with me, with this guy, all over the place. So I tell the police, yes, I want this guy arrested. He's dangerous. The moment I show up, his gang attacked me. Yes, I want him arrested. Does he get arrested? No. The cops take down my information, and then after they take down my information, they say, we stopped you from getting jumped by this gang. Get off of Planned Parenthood property. Get off of Planned Parenthood property. So I'm like, oh, okay, Mr. Cop. Shit. So I'm like, well, the Proud Boys are literally everywhere still. They just about attacked me. They were that close to violence. And they said, now the police are telling me to get off of property. I'm like, okay. So I go here. Now I am surrounded. Now I am surrounded by the people who just attacked me. I told the police I wanted that guy arrested, and they didn't care. They took down my information and they let him stay. And they told me to get off of Planned Parenthood property. So now I'm on the sidewalk. Now I'm surrounded by Proud Boys. Only Proud Boys. That's it. I have no friends there. It's just me. What does that look like? Let me show you.
Such a great turnout. I want to welcome everybody out here to the church.
All right. So now this is film from the cult of the white idol. This is from their side. But you'll notice that even though this comes from the cult of the white idol, the camera doesn't stay on the cult of the white idol very much. It's always following me. So right now, I'm in the back. You see there, back there? I'm talking to the cops. I'm giving the cops my information because I just got attacked. Right? I just got attacked by the gang, the Proud Boys. I'm giving the cops my information back there. You can see me. I'm the guy in the white shirt with the green shorts, and I'm telling them what happened. Unbeknownst to me, there's the girlfriend of the Proud Boys listening to my conversation. So I'm there and I'm telling them what happened and stuff. And now they're telling me that you have to get off of Planned Parenthood property. And I'm like, okay, dude, okay, there's only one place for me to go. There's only one place for me to go. All right? They're kicking me off of Planned Parenthood property. I'm back there. You see me? I'm back there. Now I'm moving to the one place I can go, which is the street. But that's fine. That's all I wanted to do, right? That's all I wanted to do. You know, stand on the sidewalk and use my megaphone and talk and give my message. That's all I wanted to do. But look, now all the Proud Boys are gonna swarm me, right? I can't go on Planned Parenthood property, but all the Proud Boys are gonna swarm me. Watch this. See, there's the girlfriend. Wait a minute. There's the girlfriend. Oh wait, you can't see it on this one. Hold on. There I am. See, okay. Hold on. Let me back up a little bit. All right. So there I am. Right. Okay. I'm just by myself. There's the girlfriend. They're all watch all these Proud Boys crowd around me. Look at bit by bit. Look at that. All of them. Look at that. All of them, because they want to intimidate me. They want me to not practice my free speech. So the cops now are coming there, right? Because they're like, oh, they're gonna jump this guy again. Yep. They almost jumped me once. Why wouldn't they try again? So now they're all around me trying to get me to leave. It's me, one guy, against this whole gang. They're all surrounding me, and the cops are trying to make them so they don't attack me. So the cameras, there I am. I'm back. So all those Proud Boys, for me, for one person with a megaphone talking about Matthew 6. I'm talking about Matthew 6, and all these Proud Boys don't want me to talk about Matthew 6. So they try to intimidate me. They try to attack me. They try everything they can do to get me to stop. Do you see? Look at, they're trying. They're crowding me. Now they don't stand on the street. They just stand on the sidewalk and then completely surround me. And they're checking me for weapons because they keep bumping into me and feeling me up. So they're checking me for weapons. Like, that's how close they are, because they're just bumping into me and they're saying, we're going to fuck this guy up. Let's see what weapons he has. So they bump me, they feel what I got on me, and they're like, oh, he's got nothing. Oh, that's his wallet. That's his keys. That's how fucked up it was. That's what the Proud Boys are doing right here. They're checking me for weapons, and they're trying to intimidate me. You can't even see me because they're so crowded around me. You can't even see me. But I've got my bullhorn going, and I'm talking through my megaphone. And when it hurts, it hurts their ears. You see them? It hurts their wait. You see, it hurts their ears. It hurts their ears. It hurts their ears. Sure, crowd around me, dude. It'll hurt your ears. Look at that cop. He's like watching. He's like, dude, you got to give him some space. That cop is like, look, you got to give him some space. All these cops are watching, saying, you got to give him some space. That's the guy. Look right there. That's the guy who just about attacked me. His gang attacked me. He's still there. He didn't get arrested. He's still there. He's still threatening me. Right? Cops do nothing. His gang is still there threatening me right after they almost jumped me right in front of Planned Parenthood. They're still there threatening me. Like, who are the police there for? Are they there to protect the citizens, or are they there to protect this gang? All right, so finally the gang leaves me alone for the moment, right? Finally the gang backs off for the moment. They'll try to stand in front of it, but it hurts their ears. Go back. I don't care about the cult of the white idol. Yeah, so. No, go back. I don't care. I don't care about the cult of the white idol. There I am. So they try to, again, they're trying to intimidate me, right? They try to block my bullhorn with their bodies, but it doesn't really work. It's a bullhorn, and it hurts their ears. So their attempt to stop my free speech failed. Like, I'm not messing with them at all. I haven't touched them. I don't talk to them. I don't do anything, right? Nothing. All I'm there for is to talk about Matthew 6, to teach the people about Matthew 6, what Jesus says in Matthew 6. In Matthew 6, Jesus teaches people, don't pray in public. Don't pray in public. So at this point, Proud Boys have given up trying to block me with their heads. Like, they can't stop me with their head. So they come across to the other side of the street. And at this point, it's going to be, for the next 6 minutes, it's going to be boring. I'm just there by myself, standing there talking, right, for the next 6 minutes. So let's skip ahead. Let me skip ahead here for 6 minutes. See, all I'm doing is standing there, saying my thing. That's all I'm doing, right? It's easy. But around 11:40 is when something happens. So it's, no problem, no problem. Everyone's happy, right? No problem, no problem. Everything's chill. Everything's chill. Everyone's chill. Everyone's chill. Everyone's chill. Look at that. 9, 10, everyone's chill. I'm doing my thing. They're doing their thing. On their side, everyone's okay. Everyone stays on their side of the street. Everyone's okay. Things are fine. No one's messing with anyone, right? Everyone's on their own side doing their own thing. I'm doing my thing. They're doing their thing. Everyone's happy. 10:40, 11, 10. All right, but wait a minute. Now we're getting to it. Now something's going to happen. Something's going to change. See, okay, now wait. The cops, 2 cops are behind me. Now look, here's a guy from the cult. The guy from the cult comes up and puts this in front of my face, right? And it's really effective. He crosses the street to attack me. He's attacking me, right? I'm doing my own thing, and he crosses the street to attack me. And I'm trying to adjust, right? I'm trying not to do it, but he's holding it right over my megaphone. It's basically going like this. He's basically hiding everything. So, video capture device, Logitech, there we go. Okay, like that. Okay. So basically, he's holding that over my head. He's holding that over my head, so I can't use my megaphone. So he's stopping my free speech, and he's doing it by standing in the street, by crossing the street to do it. So this is injustice after injustice. Not only did he go over to my side, he crossed the street to do it, and he's encroaching on my personal space, so I can't do my thing. And the cops, I turn around to the cops don't care. The cops don't care what he's doing, that he's stopping me from doing my thing. So what do? I go into the street. That's the only thing I can do. I go into the street because the cops refuse to protect me at this point. They're not protecting me, right? I try, but the cops don't. The cops back there, the 3 cops back there, they don't care that this dude from the cult and his friend, the Proud Boy girlfriend, is there to catch me do something bad. They want me to attack this person. That's why they're doing what I'm doing, and the cops don't care. So this is an injustice against me, perpetuated by the police, because the police won't do anything. So because the police won't do anything, it's up to me. After a while, I have to do something. So this is what happens. After ignoring the guy and he won't leave me alone, I step past him. Oh, wait a minute. I try to step past him. Look, I'm going around, right? I'm trying to use the woman as a screen so I can ditch the guy, but it's not going to work. The guy sticks on me like glue. You see that? The guy sticks on me like glue. So since the cop won't do anything, I look back at the cop, and the cop won't do anything. So since the cop won't do anything and they escalated the situation, I have to respond in kind. There's nothing I can do, right? They escalated. The cops won't do anything. Okay, let's come to equality again, right? If they can go in the street, I can go in the street. If they can cross the street, I can cross the street, right? Look it's no problem. So here we go, right? So he's in my face holding the sign. Cops won't do anything. So if he can cross the street, I can cross the street. So I start to cross the street. Immediately, all these Proud Boys come up. Here, let me back up a bit. Immediately, all these Proud Boys come up to swarm me. Here, I want to go through this slowly. Playback. Speed. Slower. Okay, watch slowly. Can't see shit. Come on. Oh, too far back. 11. 30. 40. So he comes over. Okay. He comes over. This guy comes over to mess with me. Cops don't care, right? He crossed the street to come to my side to mess with me. And he was in the street to do it. The cops right there don't care. I mean, when you get into someone's face and cover a piece of cardboard over their head, that's something, right? That's an attack. And the cops don't care. And so I'm trying to, as non-violently as possible, do my thing, but the guy is literally covering my head with a piece of cardboard. And there's all the Proud Boys lined up. They're ready to fight me, right? They want to attack. They're ready to beat my ass. All these Proud Boys are ready to kick my ass. So there I am, and I'm just trying. Please leave me alone. But he won't leave me alone, and the cops won't do anything about it. Please leave me alone, but the cops won't do anything about it. The cult continues to attack. The cult is just an attack organization. So here they're attacking not only poor women, but now they're attacking me because they're a cult. They don't follow Jesus. So the cult is attacking me, and they have Nazi enforcers on their side. So I can't get around this guy. I use the woman as a screen, right? Look at me use this as a screen, but the dude follows me everywhere. He sticks to me like glue. Look at the cop. The cop looks at me and does nothing. Right? The cop won't do anything. The cop won't do anything. So if he can go in the street, if he can cross the street, so can I, right? I can cross the street too. Yes, no problem. So I cross the street to use my megaphone to talk to people. And the Proud Boys swarm me. Now look at this guy right there. Look at the blonde guy. Watch the blonde guy. Watch the blonde guy. You see him take my shit? You see him take that? Here, watch that again. Watch that again. Oh, wait a minute. Where'd it go? No, wrong thing. Shit. Hold on. Open with. Watch this again. Let's go through this slowly. Go through this slowly. So remember, I walk in. I am only preaching the word of Jesus, saying Matthew 6. I don't touch the Proud Boys. I don't want to talk to the Proud Boys. I can go in the street too because the Proud Boys can come to my face and cover my face. So to make sure that we're all equal and free, we're all free, right? We're all free. If they can cross the street, I can cross the street too. I'm not touching the Proud Boys. I'm not discussing them. I'm being an equal American just like everyone else. So here I am. I'm not touching them. I'm not putting the megaphone in their face. I'm not hurting them. I'm not doing anything about them. Watch the guy, the blonde guy. Watch the blonde guy. Watch his hand, right? So there's me putting my megaphone. The guy is trying to use the cardboard to cover me up again. Watch the blonde guy. Watch the blonde guy. Watch his right hand. Watch where his right hand goes. Look for his right hand. You see his right hand, it's starting to go up. His right hand is going up. There's his right hand. It's gloved. His right hand is reaching. It's reaching. He grabs my megaphone. And he pulls it down. He grabs my megaphone and he pulls it down. And then look at his other hand. Watch his other hand. His other hand comes up. You see? Now he's got two hands on my megaphone. He has two hands on my megaphone, and I have one hand on my megaphone holding it. He has two hands on my megaphone. He has one hand on the lip, and then he took the other hand on the bottom, and he is pulling it away. He is stealing my megaphone. He's stealing my megaphone. You see? He's stealing my megaphone. And me, I am offended. I am offended. How dare you steal my megaphone? Let's watch that in slow motion. Watch him give it back to me. No. He reaches up one hand, two hands, and he here. Wait, one hand. Here comes the second hand, and he yanks. You see, he yanks. He yanks it. He's like, it's my megaphone now. He steals my megaphone, but I'm still holding it. So I'm like, no, I'm offended. How dare you steal my megaphone? How dare you do that? So I jump onto my megaphone, and he goes to punch me. Look at him. Watch his fist. He goes to punch me. Bah! He goes to punch me. But look at back there. A cop is coming forward. So he backs down. He sees the cop coming forward. After he tried to steal my megaphone and he punches me in the face, he sees the cop coming forward and backs away. And me, I take back control of my megaphone after he tried to steal it. Do you see? Look at that. And I take back my megaphone after he tried to steal it. That Proud Boy. Okay, so what happens now? Okay. So we're at this point. I hop into the street. Eventually, I'm going to get tired of this guy blocking me. And I'm going to hop into and I'm going to step into the street. Because the cops won't do anything to protect me. So I step into the street. Because like everyone else, right? They're all in the street. Why can't I step in the street? So I go into the street because this guy won't let me stay in the sidewalk, right? Look at me. Look at him. He won't let me stay on the sidewalk. So I go into the street because I can't, he won't let me be there. I go into the street. The Proud Boys jump in, right? And we already know that blonde guy tries to steal my megaphone. He tries to steal my megaphone. The cop comes in. Now the cops, you can't see it, but the cops, two cops, a red-headed cop and another cop, grab me and they pull me over to the side. Right there. Those two cops, in between the singer and the guy on the keyboard, those are two cops who grab me really strongly and they drag me over to the left. They're dragging me over to the left right now. Those two cops, they're dragging me over to the left, and the red-headed cop is telling me that it is a crime for me to go into the street. The red-headed cop is saying, I made a crime because I went into the street. That's what the red-headed cop is telling me. That the red-headed cop took down my information, wrote down my information, and told me it is a crime for you to go into the street. Look at these people. But it is a crime. The red-headed cop said it is a crime for me to go into the street. So do you see the perpetuation of injustice here? The white supremacists have untold privilege. Look at all the privilege they have. They have police support. They own the street. If anyone tries to protest against them, the police stop them. They can break whatever laws they want, and they will get away with it. Look at that Proud Boy who threatened me in the beginning. He's still there. Nothing happened to him. No consequences. There were no consequences to their bad behavior. Look at this fucking gang. They're all standing in the street. They're a gang. No consequences. And look at this guy. Do you see that guy? The guy who started it all. The guy with the cardboard who started the escalation. He is still there waiting for me to come back because he knows his harassment works. The cops are on his side. Look, it worked. It worked. His harassment worked. He stopped me from my free speech, and the cops backed him up. He knows the cops are on his side, so he's waiting for me to come back. The guy with the cardboard. The guy with the cardboard is waiting for me to come back. Because the cops now are scolding me. They're telling me it's a crime for me to go into the street. It's okay for them to go in the street, but for me, it's a crime. It's a crime. I'm not allowed to go there. And so I wanted to make the cops be very, very, very clear that it was a crime for me to go in the street. And he made it very clear. Not for these people, but for me. Okay, so there's that guy. He's on my side of the street waiting for me to come back because he wants to harass me. They want to stop me. I'm over there. The cops are over there telling me that it's a crime, taking down my information. Right. Remember, the Proud Boys attacked me. They tried to steal my megaphone. They punched me in the face, and they stopped me from my free speech. And they tried to intimidate me. All of these crimes for one person just standing there with a megaphone. And they're backed up by the police. They're backed up by the police. And why are they here? To protect a cult who attacks the weakest women in society. So now I return. You see, I return. I return to my spot where I was before. And what happens? The guy does what he does before. The guy was doing the exact same thing. And the cop has to tell him, look, buddy, you can't do it anymore. The cop has to tell the guy, don't do it anymore. He gets in front of my face again. And the cop has to tell him no. I tried to do it. I tried to get around it. Look at me. I'm trying. And he won't let me. And then the cops are finally like, fine, dude, get away from him. But the cult really wants to stop me. Look at the cop talking to him. Look at the cop talk to him. He really, really wants to stop me. He really, really hates me. The cult member hates me because I'm talking about Matthew 6, and the cult member hates Matthew 6. The cult member hates Jesus. So the cult member doesn't want me to talk about Matthew 6. He's going to do anything he can to get me to stop talking about Matthew 6. Why? Because Matthew 6 says don't pray in public. And all these people are doing the opposite of Matthew 6. They're doing the opposite of what Jesus says. So if they're doing the opposite of what Jesus says, wouldn't that be like anti-Jesus? Wouldn't those guys be anti-Christ? Aren't those the anti-Christ? That's why they're so much against me. So at this point, it pretty much is like, for me, it evens out. By this point, the police tell the guy he can't harass me anymore, and the Proud Boys leave me alone for the rest of the day until I go home. Like, when the church leaves, I leave. But that was it. Well, that's not it, right? That's not the end of the story. That's not the end of the story. That's not the end of the story. So this big ass, so the camera person was back here filming the whole thing. Right? Here's where I got jumped. I almost got jumped by the Proud Boys. After I almost got jumped by the Proud Boys, the police took my information. And then I went over here. Then that guy from over there held the sign in my face. So I couldn't do my thing, right? So then I hopped into the street over here. And that's when that guy, that Proud Boy, all these Proud Boys attacked me and tried to steal my megaphone. Then the police took me over here and told me, if you go into the street, it's a crime. These people can go in the street, but for you, Pugokiro, it's a crime. So I cannot go in the street, and I cannot go on Planned Parenthood property. Proud Boys can do it. The cult can do it. They can go in the street. They can go on Planned Parenthood property, but not me. Only I'm forbidden. So I go home. The next day, after work, I get a call from my boss. And my boss says, hey, Robert, or hey, Pugokiro, it's in all the newspapers that you were arrested. Do you want to tell me about it? And I'm like, I wasn't arrested. No way. Then I check the newspapers, and it says, yes, I was arrested. No, I was attacked. I'm a victim. What do you mean I was arrested? Sure enough, it's in the newspapers. So I'm freaking out. I contact the newspaper and say, take this out. That's not true. And they say, we print what the police report tells us. So I'm like, maybe I was arrested and I didn't know. Like, I don't know. I've never been arrested. I don't know what it's like. Maybe it's some secret thing. I don't know. I've never been arrested. Don't they have to tell you? Don't they have to give you a piece of paper? Like, if they charge you, they have to let you know, right? They don't mail it to you. They tell you, right? Right? I didn't know. So I went to the police station and said, hey, can you tell me if I was arrested? Because you're saying it, but I don't remember. So I need to, if you tell me that I'm arrested, can you give me some information about this? And the guy was like, what do you mean? I'm like, yeah, I read it in the paper that I was arrested, but I don't know about this. So can you tell me? Here's the cop that, my contact. Here's the cop that I talked to. When I got jumped by the Proud Boys. I almost got jumped, and a cop took down my information. Here's the cop. You're saying I got arrested because the Proud Boys almost jumped me? And then the police looked at it. They're like, oh, no, we made a mistake. Sorry. So the police listed me in the paper as a Proud Boy. Like I was the person who did it. No, I was the one who almost got jumped. And then I'm the one who almost got my megaphone stolen. And then after I almost got my megaphone stolen, the police told me I did a crime. And then they put me in the paper as being arrested when I wasn't. Man, Salem Police Department is messed up. They are absolutely pro Proud Boy. The guy who instigated all of this, Barry, he stayed there and instigated more shit because the police let him. Do you see how there's no overt racism, right? No one's being overtly racist, but it's baked into the system. You can see the way the police behave toward the Proud Boys. Proud Boys have so much freedom around the police. It's ridiculous. And I'm not Antifa. Do you see me dressed in black? Do I carry weapons? Am I shouting fuck the police? Am I shouting fuck Proud Boys? Do you hear me going, fuck Antifa? I'm saying Jesus. I'm saying Matthew 6. I'm saying Jesus loves you. Come back to Jesus. Follow Jesus. And yet the police attack me. The Proud Boys attack me. I'm the one who has committed a crime for stepping into the street while the Proud Boys wander everywhere. While the Proud Boys attack whoever they want. They can break whatever law they want, and the police won't do anything about it. But me, if I make the cult of the white idol uncomfortable, now I'm the enemy of the state. And I will be punished one way or the other. Yeah, that's white supremacy. Critical race theory. It's baked in to our police system. It's baked in. Oh, maybe you have a hard time believing that towns can be racist. Let me tell you about where I came from. Oh, motherfuck. No, come on, dude. It's got to be on here. What if I pull it down here? No, it doesn't work. Damn it. It worked like yesterday when I did it. Oh, wait a minute here. What if I do this? Settings. Did you re-enable something? No. Video acceleration is off. So what if I go like this? Properties. Oh, there it goes. Cancel. Oh, no, it didn't. It was something else that popped up. Dude, this is all messed up. Properties. Nope, that's not what I want to show. Photos, that one. Okay, photos. You don't see it. It's up. You don't see it, so I'll do it this way. This is where I come from. Why some say this Nevada town siren is a racist relic. June. This is like last month. Right? That's Job's Peak. Yeah, man, I haven't seen that in a long time. It has snow in it. There used to be more snow. There used to be a glacier right here. I remember when there was a glacier in Job's Peak. This is Job's Peak. You can't see the top of it because there's too many clouds, but that's Job's Peak. Yeah. What's this about? Nope. Here, not down. Not page down. Not right. Not left. There we go. Left. So, all right. From right to left. Read from right to left. Okay. So every night at 8 a.m. at 6 o'clock in Minden, Nevada, a siren sounds from the top of a steel frame tower behind the fire department. There's a disagreement in the small town of 3,500 at the base of the Sierra Nevada range over what the 100-year-old siren means. Some town officials say it's a tribute to Minden's volunteer fire department. Some residents say they think of it as their town's dinner bell. But others hear an echo from decades ago when, they say, the siren served as a warning for Native Americans to leave town before sundown. In the early part of last century, Douglas County, encompassing Minden and a handful of other municipalities, adopted an ordinance forcing non-white residents to be in their homes or out of the county by 6:30, under the threat of jail time, fines, and often extrajudicial violence, extrajudicial punishment. In 1921, Minden installed a bright red siren which rang every day at noon and at 6 o'clock. Minden's siren is thought to be the only one left in the state. But some local officials have they passed a law banning the use of this kind of thing, right? These are sirens called sundown sirens, right? They tell the non-white residents of the town that you need to be inside or you're going to get beat up. It's a law. It's a crime for non-white people to be outside past sundown. It's a crime just for them, not for the white people, not for the other people. It's just for them. Just like that redheaded cop gave me a law that said it's just for me. It's a crime to go in the street. In Minden, Nevada, in sundown towns, just for non-white people, it's a crime to be outside past the siren. So, town officials have said this. Okay, local Native American tribe members say the 1800 hour was linked, or not 1800. 1800 hour was linked to the sundown ordinance, a signal that it was time to go. Chairman Smokey, who did not respond to a BBC request for comment, and other indigenous leaders say they are not asking for the siren to be removed entirely, only that it stops sounding at 1800. Minden's manager, J.D. Frisbee, declined an interview request. In an email, he pointed to specific language in the new law, noting that it applies to sirens previously sounded in association with an ordinance enacted by the town. He says, but this guy, the Minden's manager, says the Minden siren has never been tied to a specific day or time in an ordinance. Right? So in other words, he's saying it was never written down. It was just the way things are. We just played a siren at this time, and it just meant non-white people had to be inside. Since we never wrote down the law, the new law forbidding what we're doing doesn't apply to us. That's what he's saying. He wants to keep doing what he's doing because he said, oh, we never wrote it down. Do you see how racists think? Racists are terrible. Mr. Watts told the BBC he introduced the amendment after hearing from Indigenous and non-Indigenous residents about the history of the Minden siren and its connection to the sundown ordinance. There have been jokes made in schools and in public spaces where Indigenous peoples are present and of, oh, it's time for you to go, Mr. Watts said of the siren sounding. These things aren't happening in the early 1900s or the 1970s. They're happening in the 2000s. They're happening now. In 2007, town officials passed an ordinance retroactively stating that the siren was intended to show respect for its volunteer firefighters. So what they're saying is that for 100 years, it meant Indian natives have to be inside before sundown. And in 2007, they passed a law saying, oh, no, we're changing that. All of that history back then, it was intended to mean honor for volunteer fire departments. It was our intent. Because for racists, racism is all about intent. So if you don't intend it, it's not racist. That's how come racists will say that they're not racist, because they never intend to be racist. Therefore, they're not racist. That's the perfect. That's like the tag that you know a person's racist when they say it's not my intent. Dude, intent doesn't matter. It's outcome. It's outcome. It's the result. What is the result of your siren? Racism. So one thing that is not in dispute is that the ordinance was in the books for almost 60 years that Native Americans weren't welcomed after dark. You cannot retroactively erase history. So this right here, this is an example of critical race theory. This town wants to forget that for 60 years, they had a law in the books saying that Native Americans weren't welcome. And they want to erase it by saying that wasn't the intent. But it doesn't matter what your intent is. It matters what happened. So, yep. Oh, wait a minute. Minden was asked last year by local Indian groups to stop sounding the siren at 6 o'clock or to change it by even 5 minutes, and they wouldn't do it. They used the firefighting excuse. It's like having your own audible Confederate statue and defending it with Southern heritage excuses. Exactly. It's exactly that. So, the same unwritten rule that tells natives that they're not welcomed in town after sundown was the same power used against me to keep me out of the street while the Proud Boys had full reign of everything. That same sundown ordinance was the law used to threaten me with arrest, and then it was used to punish me by printing my name in the newspaper. And I had to go and take care of it, otherwise my shit would have been messed up forever. If I didn't take care of it, I would have been fucked by the police. Not under a court of law, not under due process, but because the police wanted to hurt me, wanted to punish me. Because I broke an unwritten rule. Yeah, it's still here. Your racism is still here. Like, a lot of these Proud Boys apologists want to say, oh, look at the Proud Boys. There's a bunch of minorities with them. How can they be racist? Because racists are so blinded that they believe race, like everything is determined by race. They believe that your brain is determined by your skin color. So that the Proud Boys cannot be a racist organization, because if there's a brown-skinned person in it, that must be mean the brain of Proud Boys. The idea of Proud Boys must not be racist because a brown person. And how can you have a brown person be racist? That's because they don't understand, right? Racists don't understand that racism has nothing to do with the color of your skin. You can be a white supremacist and be the darkest person in the world. White supremacy doesn't care. It will use anything. Think of white supremacy as like a demon. A demon will possess anybody. It doesn't care what race or religion you are. It will possess you. It will use you to further its own ends. It doesn't care. White supremacy is the same thing. It's a demon. It possesses you. It doesn't care what skin color you are. If what you do helps the demon white supremacy, the demon white supremacy is pleased and will let you do it. Oh, your skin is black, but you serve white supremacy? Go ahead. White supremacy will tell you. You see what I mean? It's a demon. It doesn't care. But if you're a white supremacist, you can't get past skin color. And you think, oh, if a person has black skin, they can't possibly be a white supremacist. All right. Let's get out of here. Oh, I forgot. My thing's messed up. Shit. It's going to be tough now. I can't do my fun stuff where it's easy. When you have more than you need, build a longer table, not a higher wall. Unlearning white supremacy isn't Instagrammable. It's deeply personal, existential, and difficult work. It often feels horrible. It will make you cry. You might become depressed. It can be very lonely and isolating. It will shatter your ego and your belief system. Do it anyway. Yeah, you're not going to get brownie points, dude. Like, this sucks. It sucks to unlearn white supremacy because it destroys your entire worldview. You have been programmed with white supremacy your entire life. You have been taught a certain way that the world is, that there's a natural hierarchy, and that if you question that natural hierarchy, you're offending God. That's really hard to unlearn. That's real hard to unlearn, right? Because the God that sets up the hierarchy of white supremacy is not a God, it's a demon. So you have to break yourself away from the bondage of the demon of white supremacy. And that's pretty hard. All right, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You think it's easy to escape demons? Shit. Like, they'll trick you. They'll try to bring you back. They'll try to bring you back all the time. All the time they'll trick you. They never leave you alone. I mean, they will. You can get peace. But if you leave openings, yeah, dude, if you leave openings, they'll always try. They're always trying. So it's hard to unlearn white supremacy. It's hard. It's not something that, like, I'm not going to, it's not something you're just going to be like, ta-da! It's hard. But you can do it. You have to do it. You must do it. You must. Because otherwise you end up like this, the cult of the white idol, where you congregate with white supremacists to attack the weakest, most vulnerable women in society. That's what they do. They show up in public to break Jesus gives them an instruction. Don't pray in public. So the cult of the white idol, in order to show their hate of Jesus and to show that they feel their loyalty to the demon of white supremacy, will disobey Jesus, show up to pray in public on purpose, and then say Jesus' name. Jesus says, don't pray in public, and then those people say, we're going to pray in public and say your name as we do it. That's how fucked up they are, because they are so enthralled to the demon of white supremacy. And so now that they've shown up to pray in public and to curse Jesus, his name, they use this to attack the weakest women in society. Why don't they attack politicians? Why don't they attack the hospitals where it's done? Because hospitals are where the abortions take place, not Planned Parenthood. Why don't they go there? Oh, because hospitals have large budgets with lawyers and have like security, and the women they service have money. They're middle class. They're respectable. They're respectable. They're white. So you don't want to mess with them. No. You're a cult. You go after the weakest. Your demon leader wants you to go after the weakest people, and those are the poor, weak women. The women that society has thrown away. Like, if you really cared about women, if you really cared about children, you would give extra money to Planned Parenthood because they help the weakest women. They help the weakest women. Why wouldn't you want to help the weakest women? Give them money. They give women health care that wouldn't otherwise normally have health care. But no, you don't help the weakest women. You attack them. That's how come I know you're part of the white idol. And the white idol is a demon. That you're a cult of the white idol. The white idol is a demon. You guys follow a demon. Andy No. Remember Andy No? Oh, it's not on there anymore. Yeah, it is. Oh yeah. At my work, I'm getting spam that's trying to tie defund the police to the union to get me to leave the union. Like, that's hilarious. That's hilarious that fascists are trying to tie the union to efforts to defund the police. It's hilarious. This helps you to create categories, right? If you understand that birds of a feather flock together, you look at this and go, that's weird. Why would someone try to associate unions with defund the police? Who else is associated with defund the police? Black Lives Matter. Why would someone try to associate unions with Black Lives Matters? Are they trying to say that's negative? I think that's a bonus. You see, oh, that tells me who is the sender. Oh, that must mean unions and Black Lives Matter and defund the police are all good ideas. And the person who sent me this spam email is a fascist. Birds of a feather flock together. Thanks for helping me out, dude. Joe Biden, dude. Joe Biden. His speech was like very, very pretty, but the problem is that he gave up. He's essentially saying, all right, it's super important that we do this. It's super important that we do this. See you later. That's what he did. That's what he did. Because now he pretty much said, all right, we have to give up. We control the presidency. We control the House. We control the Senate. By controlling all three branches of government, I can't do anything. We have to give up. We have to give power back to the Republicans. So Joe Biden is like, all right, how are we going to give power back to the Republicans? Oh no, what's going on? You're getting ahead of me. Okay. So he refused to get rid of the filibuster. And he knows that things are going to be bad, but he doesn't care. He doesn't care. Okay. So here's the other problem. Disinformation kills. Facebook is the source for a whole bunch of disinformation. We're in an information war right now. That means Americans are being targeted by disinformation. It's not misinformation. Misinformation is a mistake. Disinformation is purposeful lie in order to hurt you. So on Facebook, there are 12 people that create 65% of all the disinformation regarding vaccines. This is disinformation. It's meant to hurt you. It's meant to make you question the vaccine so you don't take it, and then you get COVID and die. That's the purpose of this disinformation, to hurt you. So Joe Biden is like, yo, Facebook, there's these 12 people spreading 65% of all the disinformation on COVID on your platform. Why don't you fix that? Over here, let's look at the real world examples of it. What the fuck, dude? What? Let's look at the real world examples of what happens. Canada has, this is doses administered per 100 residents. So this is per capita. Canada was slow to get the vaccine, but once they got access to the vaccine, they were on the ball and they got all their people vaccinated. USA is real slow about vaccinating its people, and now Canada is doing better than USA. Why? Because USA has a whole lot of COVID disinformation. We have entire state governments, Republican governments, spreading COVID disinformation. And that means you reduce the vaccination rate, and that increases the number of people who die to COVID. Disinformation war is real and is being waged against Americans right now. This is something else, right? 80% of people being held in ICE detention have no criminal record, or just a tiny little minor misdemeanor offense like jaywalking or traffic violation. Yet they're being incarcerated and held. That costs us a bunch of money. And it's inhuman. It's inhuman. What are you doing? Like, it's inhuman. People die under these conditions. You're creating undue suffering. For what? For what? To stop the flow of people? For what? To help white supremacy? So back to the vaccines, right? COVID vaccination rates out of total population. Let's break this down. Not just USA versus Canada. Now let's look at USA. Let's at what is this? Percent Trump vote. So counties that voted pro-Trump are in red, and counties that voted Biden are in blue. And then this is on this side is your rate of vaccination. So you can see like how much vaccination rate. And you see according to the trend in states and counties where Trump won, where technically you have a Republican government, you likely have a Republican government and Republican mind frame, vaccination rates are very low because they are filled with COVID disinformation. So and in places controlled by not Republicans that don't have COVID disinformation, you have much higher rates of vaccination. So when the next Delta variant washes over the United States, these people are going to die en masse. A lot of people are going to die. Disinformation kills. And by these people dying, it's going to weaken everyone. I don't want these people to die. They're Americans, but they've been tricked by powerful people spreading disinformation. And because they die, they're going to weaken the rest of the United States. But look what else is going on. You have the stupid space race between Musk and Bezos. They're pumping money into their personal egos. Oh, look at us. Look at us. We've done what the United States already did 50 years ago with half the technology. You dumbasses. If you guys were at all cool, you would solve world hunger and provide free vaccines to the whole world. But you guys aren't smart. You guys aren't really wealthy. Your wealth is material, and when you die, you will have nothing. And you have left nothing. Super importante. What's that mark on your mom, mama? Oh, that's my smallpox vaccine scar. And the little kid says, why don't I have one? And the woman says, because it worked. No scar, no scar. No scar, no scar. Why? Why don't I have a scar? Why? I don't have a smallpox vaccine. Why? My mom does. Why don't I have one? Oh, that's right. Because my mom's generation, everyone got a vaccine. And when everyone got a vaccine, smallpox disappeared so that their kids didn't need the vaccine anymore. Wow. That's pretty good. You mean the whole population of the United States worked together to eradicate a disease? That's amazing. I wonder if we can do that. I wonder if Americans today can work together to eradicate a disease. Doesn't look like it. This is from January. This is from January 6th. Trump to speak to supporters in desperate coup attempt. This is right before Donald Trump talks to his people and tells them to attack the Capitol, to overthrow the government. And then, wait a minute. And then Kayla McKenna, on January 6th said, oh, this is outrageous, that she's calling the insurrection a constitutional process. So you can tell that this woman lies all the time. Her mouth only lies, black, disgusting, gooey lies comes out of her mouth. When you look at her mouth, it's just black tar. It's just tar. Flies are coming out of her mouth. That's who Kayla McKenna is. All she tells are lies. That's all she does. Disinformation. It's not misinformation. She didn't make a mistake. She is lying to protect Nazis. Republicans. Oh, we need voter ID to make sure our elections are safe. At the same time, Republicans. Vaccine cards are the mark of the beast. Because it's not really about voter ID protecting elections. Voter ID is all about stopping black people from voting. That is the only thing Republicans care about. Remember, Republicans are Nazis, so they want to overthrow democracy. And if they can't do it outright, they'll do it by little cuts. And voter ID is those little cuts. You already use voter ID. We already have voter ID. When you register, how do you think you register? How do you think you register to vote? How do you think you do it? Do you think they just you just like say it? I'm registered to vote, ta-da, and that's it? No, you provide identification. Identification. You provide ID to register to vote. And when you, why would you need to? But proponents of voter ID or of voter restrictions don't care. Don't care that you've already showed your voter ID. They want to create barriers to stop you from voting. They don't care. So they'll do whatever they can to make it harder for you to vote because that's their true goal. Their true goal is not to care about the election. Their true goal is to stop people from voting. You have to reject the Republican idea that Democrats oppose voter ID. No, because that's incorrect. Voter ID already exists. Democrats wholly support it, and it's how people register to vote. This voter ID works, forcing Trump to shut down his own commission to find voter fraud. This is true. When Trump took power, he created a commission to find for voter fraud, and after 6 months, they had to shut it down because they couldn't find anything. They had nothing. So that's the thing. We already have voter ID, and it works great. We have great voter ID, but that's not good. But that's the problem. Republicans aren't really concerned about voter ID. They just want to stop you from voting. So since voter ID works, they need another reason to stop you from voting. Well, what if we make you show your ID again? For no reason, just to mess you up. That's why we do it. For no reason, just to mess you up. That's the only reason why Republicans want to do it. Because they're Nazis, because they want to overthrow the government. Right? Do you know what smallpox looks like? Probably not, because the last case was in 1980. We wiped it out worldwide by vaccinations. Look at smallpox, dude. That's what people had. That's what we lived with. People died from this. The Native Americans were basically were genocided by this. 90% of their population was wiped out by disease, smallpox, because of this. And then the way we defeated it was through vaccinations. The very thing that Republicans can't do right now. They can't handle vaccinations now. So you have to understand, information, light carries information. But light is really, really big, right? There's a lot of light that you can't see. This little bit right here is the amount of light that you can see. There's all this other stuff that exists, that's there, but you can't see it. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. Keep it in mind. There's all this other shit that you don't know about. When all your information is only this bit, you have to keep an open mind that there are other possibilities out there. Donald confesses. Did you hear that Donald Trump confessed to trying to overthrow the government? So okay, O.J. Simpson. Back in the day, I remember this happening. I remember it. From what I remember, there was this sports star named O.J. Simpson. He played football. and he murdered his girlfriend, or his ex-girlfriend, and his ex-girlfriend's boyfriend. He murdered them, and then he fled in a white Bronco from the police. And it's funny because the image I remember is the white Bronco on an empty freeway, from the helicopter. Helicopter's watching a white Bronco on an empty freeway with a line of cop cars behind him, like it's a movie or something, like they're escorting him. It was the weirdest thing. Anyways, they have a trial, and O.J. Simpson spends all his money to hire the most expensive lawyers possible. And he wins. He wins the court case. The police do a terrible job of collecting evidence or whatever, and O.J. Simpson gets away with murder. And then the family sues O.J. Simpson again for wrongful murder. But this time, O.J. Simpson doesn't have money for his superstar lawyer team, so he gets convicted in a civil suit case for wrongful murder or for wrongful death. Right, so he didn't murder someone, but he was the cause. He was the cause of their death. So he lost all his money and everything, but he didn't go to prison. So he's okay, right? Because he didn't go to prison. But now he's broke, and they pawned his trophies, and he was real sentimental about his trophies. So he tried to break into a pawn shop to steal back his own trophies. Oh man, that's terrible. But that's O.J. Simpson. Why did I start talking about O.J. Simpson? Why? Okay. Why did I start talking about him? Like, who cares what O.J. Simpson says? Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. So O.J. Simpson killed his girlfriend, pays for expensive lawyers to not go to prison, but in the civil suit gets found guilty of wrongful death. Now he has no money. Anyways, so he has no money, and he got in trouble because he tried to break into a pawn shop to steal back his own trophies. Okay, after that, he writes a book. And the title of the book is "If I Did It," if I murdered my girlfriend, if I did it. And basically, he writes the confession to his murder. He writes about how he killed his girlfriend. But he makes it fiction by saying, if I murdered my girlfriend, this is how I would do it. If I would get this guy, I would wear these clothes, I would go there. When I kill her, she would look like this, she would say this. If I did it, she would be like this, they would die like this, I would hide my clothes like this. He wrote the whole thing and then sold it to make money because he has no money. So O.J. Simpson, to make money, wrote a confession. So the other day, Donald Trump on his website wrote a confession to make money, to get fundraising off of this, because he needs to raise funds. He's gonna get indicted. Well, I hope he gets indicted soon, but he needs to make money. He's a criminal. Open with infrared view. Where'd it go? Infrared view. It's not there anymore. Oh, can I fucking JPG? Yes. Oh man, I messed up the extension. JPG. Yes. No. Have to fix that. Okay. Lol. You know what? I need to open this in something else because it's too much. It's too much, Donald. I have to do this another way. This is how I'll do it. Oh no, it doesn't show it. Oh yeah, there it goes. Okay. I have to do it like this so I can cross it out. So this is a lie. It's a lie. Okay, so that's nothing. We know he threatened a coup. He threatened a coup. I know it's ridiculous. He lost the election. And the last people I would want to do it with is General Mark Miley. Remember, General Mark Miley came out and said, oh yeah, Donald Trump wanted me to do a coup with him and I wouldn't do it. And now Donald Trump is saying, well, if I did a coup, I wouldn't do it with him. Like, remember when Donald Trump said, oh, if I did sexual harassment, I wouldn't do it with that woman. It's the same thing. So Donald Trump says, I would want to, so during the 2020 presidential election, I threatened a coup of our government. So ridiculous. I would want to do it with General Mark Miley. He got his job only because James Mattis wouldn't help me coup. He got the job because James Mattis would not help Donald Trump do a coup. Don't say that. Okay, in any respect, I lost respect for Miley. Yeah. When he tried to overthrow the government. Let's see. Miley, in the conversation, was an advocate for changing all of the names of our military forts and bases from Confederate to American names. I realized then that he was a much different person than Donald Trump. So when Donald Trump Miley wanted to change all the Confederate bases into American names, and Donald Trump didn't like that. So that tells you who Mark Miley is. But you have to remember, General Miley isn't like the nicest person, right? He's not like an angel. Mark Miley urged Trump to kill Soleimani, warning Trump that he'd be held criminally negligible if he didn't go through with the assassination. He said, Mr. President, you will be held criminal negligible for the rest of your life if you don't do this, Miley said. American lives are at stake here. We're going to lose Americans. So Soleimani was the Iranian commander that Donald Trump assassinated. And he almost got us into a war with Iran because of that. And Iran attacked our troops based in Iraq and hurt our troops because Donald Trump wanted to get into a pissing contest. He tried to start a war with Iran because he thought it would help his election. So Donald Trump, in order to start a war with Iran, killed the Iranian commander at the early urging of General Miley. So General Miley is a war hawk. He may not have he may not have tried to overthrow the government, but he's a war hawk. He's still a military guy. Keith Edwards, vaccine coward. What? Oh, yeah. Open. See, man, I hate it that I don't have my thing set up anymore. Open. All right. Disinformation, deliberate, devious, dubious, misinformation, mistake. So that's what you have to remember. Disinformation is a deliberate attempt to hurt you. It's devious. It's devilish. It wants to hurt you. It's a person on the internet saying, "Oh yeah, drinking bleach is good for you." Disinformation is Donald Trump going on television and telling you if you inject bleach, you can cure yourself of coronavirus. That's disinformation. That's information meant to hurt you. It's a weapon. It's weaponized information. Oh, that one. Huh. Trump's defense against coup and sexual assault allegations are identical. I was going to do the coup. If I was going to do the coup, one of the last people I want to do the coup with is General Mark Miley. Believe me, she would not be my first choice. That I can tell you. That would not be my first choice. Donald Trump, like, he's obviously guilty. That's why I know this is the cult of the white idol, and these are Nazis, because they all follow Donald Trump. They're all traitors. They're all traitors. All right. We know that Salem PD is kind of scary. They're very, very biased toward the Proud Boys, and they make special sundown laws just for me. Special sundown laws just for me. So that's how we know Salem PD is racist. Because they make special laws for me, and if I break those laws, they punish me through extrajudicial means by printing my name in the newspaper. Salem PD is working with the Proud Boys. Look at that. All right. So be aware of what we're dealing with. Right? These Proud Boys are brown shirts. They're the equivalent of brown shirts in Nazi Germany. They already tried to overthrow the government. Members of their gang, of the Proud Boy gangs, have been indicted for conspiracy to overthrow the U.S. government. So already, and birds of a feather flock together. So they're hanging out with the cult of the white idol, and they're hanging out with Salem PD. Here, let me show you. Right? It happened July 13th. That's what they look like. That's that Proud Boy. Remember that Proud Boy that was about to jump me? Remember I told you he came around from the back? He came from all the way over there? Look at the weapon he had. That's the weapon he was going to use against me. Look at the weapon he has. Right? These are the weapons he was going to use against me. Look at these Proud Boys with their weapons. These guys are at this event. The Proud Boy, Barry Lloyd James Johnson. This guy has been at all of the Proud Boy events. He is the spearhead. Why? Because he is dark-skinned. He's African American. He's a black guy. But he's been co-opted. He's been brainwashed by the Proud Boys. Because remember, Proud Boys will use him to say that Proud Boys aren't racist. They say, look at his skin color. He's black. Therefore, we can't be racist. Because Proud Boys don't understand what racism is. This guy is used by the Proud Boys. They use him as their spearhead. He's the instigator for lots of stuff. He's the one who goes forward to start shit with Antifa, so the rest of the Proud Boys can start fighting. But when the trouble comes down, when consequences come down, the Proud Boys point to him and say, look, it's the black guy who did it. Point to the black guy. The black guy is the one who instigated it. Blame the black guy. Don't blame the Proud Boys. Blame the black guy. That's why they have Barry on their team, so they can blame him for everything. So Barry can instigate stuff for the Proud Boys, the white supremacists, and then the white supremacists can blame him for any shit that happens. They're using him. They are using him. Barry needs to get away from those people. They are using him. He got in my face. Why? Not because he hates me, but because that gang behind him forced him to. They brainwashed him. He's helping white supremacists attack his own people. Wake up, Barry. All right. With that, I will leave you be. Americans, take heed. Pay attention. Things are going down. I came to this event with no weapons, and I spoke words of love, and I spoke of Jesus. These guys came with weapons, and they came with hate to attack me. And these guys came here to stigmatize and attack poor women. And these guys, the police, came there to give me sundown law. Just so we're clear. Have a nice day. Pogo Kiddo out. Peace.